My name is Bob Magnus. I'm a veterinarian and I met my wife in veterinary school at UW-Madison. We have two incredible daughters and have been living in this community since 1988. Oconomowoc is really home, and it's such a wonderful place, the people, the environment. And a funny story is when we first came into this area, we had an apartment in Heartland, and we drove through Oconomowoc, and as we went across the isthmus, right next to the dam between Fowler and LaBelle, we both looked at each other and said, we should live here. And in less than a year, we bought a piece of property here in Oconomowoc and have been here ever since and have raised our family and just absolutely love it. I think there are a lot of contributions that I'm very proud of, but probably the most impactful was getting through COVID. I came into office in April of 2020, and not only did COVID hit at that time, we also lost our city administrator who really runs the city. And so that first year and a half or so, I think we, and I say we, as many community members, our council, so many folks, our staff, really worked together to keep our city open and to try to have a positive effect for the whole community. I've had a lot of influences in my life, individuals and businesses and different experiences. I'd have to say both my parents, Bud and Margie Magnus, they helped me grow up as a person, as an individual in so many different ways. I grew up in a household of Ward and June Cleaver, if you remember the old sitcom Leave It to Beaver. And so really everything that I have become is really an attribute and a testament to them. The position of mayor faces a lot of challenges, and I think what I've learned over the last 3.5 years is that if we have a really active council and we have an active and engaged mayor, and we just focus on what's best for the city, good things can happen. We've been incredibly fiscally responsible, and if we're able to be financially stable, that gives us options. And so I'm quite proud of what we've accomplished, but it really comes down to the people and the people that work around you. And the city staff, while I didn't know them before I became mayor, are just an incredible group of people that really jump in to try to do the right things. And that's what really being a mayor is about, and trying to get all that information to help our aldermen and our council make really good, well-informed decisions. Great question. I see the city of Oconomowoc growing a little bit more managed. The economy has changed. I see a nice, steady growth pattern for the community. And I see a community that should hopefully be able to offer even more services to its residents. Much more interconnected, a lot more ability for families, and a lot more ability to really set your roots down here and raise a family or a small business. I don't see huge growth. We've gone through some large growth patterns in the last few years, but what I do see is very steady growth that is going to be good for the community, but not come at the expense of the residents that live here.